Chosen one. This is not a moment to split your attention. I need you fully present right now, not half listening. What comes next requires every ounce of your focus. Because what I discovered about you in the spiritual realms over the past 72 hours left me in absolute silence. Something happened. Something you probably don't even remember, because it came so naturally from who you are. You made a decision recently, a choice that seemed insignificant in the moment. But that choice created ripples through dimensions your physical eyes cannot perceive. Those ripples reached the throne room of heaven itself. Your response to a particular situation didn't just impress the angels watching over you. It caused something extraordinary. It made the divine pause in recognition of something so rare from a human soul that a special council was convened, specifically to discuss your case. If this already resonates with you, subscribe to this channel right now and hit that like button. Because what I am about to reveal about the exact moment that caught heaven's attention is information you cannot afford to miss. The timing of you finding this message is not coincidence. Let me take you behind the veil and show you what happened in the celestial realms when you made that choice. In the spiritual dimensions, countless souls are being monitored at any given moment. Guardian angels document responses, record choices, watch how humans navigate earthly existence. Most human behavior follows predictable patterns. When someone experiences betrayal, they respond with bitterness. When they face injustice, anger becomes their default. When they encounter pain inflicted by others, revenge or cold distance becomes natural. These patterns rarely attract special attention from higher celestial ranks. They are expected, normal human responses. But occasionally, very rarely, a soul demonstrates something so contrary to human nature that it creates a moment of celestial wonder. When angels pause their assignments to observe, when higher authorities take notice, when the fabric of spiritual warfare shifts because of one person's choice, you created one of those moments. It was during a recent situation where you faced something designed to break you. The weight seemed impossible to carry. The pain was real, inflicted by real people or circumstances that genuinely wronged you. You had every reason, every justification to respond with the darkness being directed at you. Everyone would have understood if you had given up, responded with hostility, or protected yourself by becoming hard and closed. But you did something different. Something that shouldn't have been possible given what you were going through. You faced a moment where you had earned the right to be bitter, where anger would have been justified, where resentment was understandable. The offense was real, the wound genuine, the injustice measurable. And in that exact moment, when every fiber of your being wanted to respond with the same energy you received, something deeper within you made a different choice. You chose grace when you had earned the right to choose destruction. It might have been a conversation where you could have said something devastating, but you chose silence or measured words carrying no poison, an opportunity to expose someone's failures, but you protected them anyway. A moment when you could have walked away and no one would have blamed you, but you stayed and kept trying. Or perhaps an internal choice no one else could see. When you were alone with your thoughts, when bitterness knocked at your heart's door with convincing arguments, and you consciously chose to release the offense instead of nurturing it. Maybe it was when you were crying in your car, replaying the hurt, and you felt that pull toward hardening your heart, that whisper saying, never again. Build walls, protect yourself. And instead, you chose to remain soft, to remain open, to remain you. Or it could have been that moment when you had evidence, proof of wrongdoing, and every right to expose it. The screenshots were ready. The receipts were gathered. Justice was one click away, and you chose to delete it all, to let it go, to release the person who hurt you from the prison of your judgment. These moments, chosen one, these are the moments that define legacy in the spiritual realms. Not your accomplishments, not your reputation, not your success, but what you do when you have the power to destroy and choose to build instead. That moment, that exact moment when you chose differently than your pain demanded, that is when heaven noticed. Because what you demonstrated reveals something about your soul that sets you apart. You proved your responses are not controlled by circumstances, that your character is not determined by how others treat you. This is extraordinarily rare. Most humans are reactive beings. Their behavior mirrors their environment. Treat them well, they respond well. Treat them poorly, they respond poorly. But you demonstrated something different. You proved your character is internally anchored, that no external circumstance can force you to become someone you don't want to be. And this is what caught divine attention. Your guardian angel had been watching your situation unfold, documenting your struggles, prayers, tears, and strength. When you made that choice, when you responded with grace instead of justified anger, your guardian angel flagged your case for immediate higher review. Guardian angels handle most situations independently. They only escalate when they observe something exceptional, something indicating a soul operating beyond normal human capacity. Your case was escalated directly to Archangel Michael himself, the commander of heaven's armies, the warrior who defeated Lucifer, the protector of chosen ones throughout history. When the notification reached Michael, he was engaged with cosmic matters, battles in unseen dimensions, strategic operations affecting nations. But when he saw your file flagged, when he read the note attached, he paused everything. Because it said this: this soul demonstrated enemy love protocol while under active spiritual attack. Enemy love protocol in spiritual warfare dynamics. There is a classification system for human responses to adversity. Most responses fall into predictable categories: revenge, bitterness, withdrawal, depression, self-protection through hardness. But there is a rare category called transcendent response. This protocol was named after the highest teaching ever given to humanity. Love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. Throughout human history, billions have heard these words, millions have believed them, but only a tiny fraction have actually demonstrated them under real pressure. When it cost them something personal, when their pain is screaming for justice, when a human responds to evil with good, answers hatred with love, chooses blessing over curse while being wounded, demonstrates divine character while experiencing attacks of darkness. This response type is so rare, it gets automatically flagged for Archangel review. It indicates a soul operating at a frequency transcending normal human capacity. Think about it. How many people can genuinely bless someone who just betrayed them? How many can pray for someone who is actively trying to destroy them? How many can show kindness to someone who showed them cruelty? The answer is statistically negligible. And yet, you did exactly that. You triggered that flag. You activated that protocol. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you felt something shift in your spiritual journey recently? Because thousands of chosen ones are experiencing this exact awakening right now, and your testimony could encourage someone who needs to hear it. Michael reviewed your entire recent history, every situation, every response, every choice made when you thought no one watched, every internal battle no one else could see, every moment you chose to keep your heart soft when life gave you every reason to become hard. What he discovered made him request something extraordinary: a direct audience with the divine council to discuss your case personally. For him to request a personal audience to discuss one individual is almost unprecedented. It happens perhaps a handful of times per generation across all humanity. Your case warranted it. Michael presented your case as someone demonstrating spiritual maturity, deserving recognition, and strategic positioning. He showed the council the moment of your choice, the internal battle you fought, the grace you chose when you could have chosen destruction. The response was unanimous. Your case was designated priority status, not because you are in danger, but because you have proven capable of handling what is coming. You can be trusted with greater assignments, increased authority, expanded influence. Let me tell you what was decided in that council meeting. And these are not metaphorical blessings. These are actual operational changes in how heaven interacts with you. First, your assignment level has been elevated. You are no longer being prepared for what you thought. Those were training grounds. What is coming is the actual mission, situations requiring exactly the grace under pressure you have demonstrated. You have proven you can. Now you are positioned to do it at scale. This means you will be placed in positions of influence you didn't seek. People will start coming to you for wisdom. Leaders will want your input. You will find yourself in rooms you never planned to be in. Not because you networked your way there, but because your presence is needed there. The very quality that caught heaven's attention, your grace under pressure, is about to become your greatest asset in ways you cannot yet imagine. Second, your access to heavenly resources has been upgraded. Your prayers are moved to priority processing. The guidance you seek is delivered through accelerated channels. Protection you need is assigned from higher ranks. This isn't favoritism. It is heaven's investment in proven vessels. Think of it like this. Before, your prayers went through normal processing. Now, they are flagged for expedited handling. Before, you had standard guardian angel protection. Now, you have specialized forces assigned to you. Before, you received guidance on heaven's regular timeline. Now, you are on the accelerated track. Why? Because you have proven you will not waste what you are given. Third, your visibility in spiritual realms has increased dramatically. Both light and darkness are now aware of who you are at a higher level. Enemy forces receive notification you are operating in enemy love protocol, meaning they cannot use the same tactics because you have proven those don't work on you. Here is what is fascinating. In spiritual warfare, demons operate on patterns. They use what works. When a soul demonstrates immunity to their primary tactics, bitterness, offense, unforgiveness, they are forced to retreat because they have nothing else that is effective. Your designation literally makes you a harder target. The attacks may come, but they will lack the power they once had because you have already proven you will not take the bait. Forces of light have been given new assignments regarding your protection and empowerment. Angels previously assigned elsewhere have been reassigned to support your mission, not because you are more important, but because you have demonstrated you will use support effectively. If this message is touching your spirit and you want to support the mission of bringing these revelations to chosen ones worldwide, consider leaving a super thanks. Your support helps us continue this divine work, and it is a beautiful way to say thank you for the confirmation you are receiving right now. When the council meeting concluded, a personal message was added to your file. This isn't something every soul receives. It is reserved for cases that genuinely impacted celestial observers, cases demonstrating something worth remembering. Let me share it to the chosen one receiving this message. Your response to injustice has been recorded as evidence that human souls can operate at frequencies we designed them for, but rarely see achieved while in physical form. You reminded celestial realms that limitations we observe in humanity are not inherent to design, but result from choices made under pressure. You chose differently, and in choosing differently, you activated dormant potential many carry but few release. Your file has been marked for accelerated development, not because you need correction, but because your progress proves what is possible when a soul aligns with their true nature despite adverse conditions. You are positioned for assignments, matching your demonstrated capacity. These will not feel like punishment or burden. They will feel like homecoming, like you are finally doing what you were created for. The attitude that caught our attention will continue being refined, not through additional suffering, but through expanded opportunity. You will be placed where your presence alone brings peace, because you have become a carrier of the frequency you demonstrated. You have made heaven proud. This is documented fact. Now you know, your attitude caught divine attention. Your response surprised even archangels who have watched humanity for millennia. Your choice has been permanently recorded in celestial archives. And everything in your future has been recalibrated based on what you demonstrated. In coming days and weeks, you will notice shifts confirming this truth. You will experience unusual favor disproportionate to what you did to earn it. You will encounter divine appointments with people carrying exactly what you need when you need it. You will receive insights, solving problems you have wrestled with for months or years. Here is what this looks like practically. You might be struggling with a financial situation, and suddenly, someone mentions an opportunity they thought of you for. Out of nowhere, you might be dealing with a complicated relationship issue, and a random conversation provides the exact perspective that brings clarity. You might be stuck on a creative project, and inspiration hits you in the middle of an ordinary moment with unusual clarity and completeness. These aren't coincidences. This is heaven coordinating resources around someone they have designated as priority status. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time with increasing frequency. Conversations that shouldn't have happened will happen. Doors that were firmly closed will swing open with minimal effort from you. People who can help you will feel inexplicably drawn to reach out. Solutions will appear from nowhere. Locked doors will open. Immovable obstacles will shift. Things that seemed impossible will suddenly become not just possible, but easy. Not because you got better at forcing outcomes, but because heaven is orchestrating on your behalf. But understand this. You are not being blessed for your sake alone. You are being resourced for those your life will touch. The grace you demonstrated isn't just for you. It is meant to flow through you to others. You are going to encounter people facing exactly what you faced, standing at the exact crossroads where you stood, choosing between bitterness and grace. You are positioned to show them it is possible, to demonstrate through example that choosing grace under fire is achievable, not through preaching, but through natural overflow of who you have become. Your presence will carry a frequency activating potential in others. This is why heaven invested such attention in your case. Not because you need more blessings, but because your elevation enables elevation of countless others connected to your sphere of influence. Let me tell you about the designation officially recorded in your file. Every soul reaching Archangel level review receives a classification summarizing their core spiritual identity. Your classification is this: demonstrated carrier of divine grace. Demonstrated means proven through action under real conditions, not just potential. Many have potential to carry divine grace. Few demonstrate it when it costs them something. You did. Carrier means someone who doesn't just receive grace for themselves, but transmits it through their presence. You are not a container holding grace. You are a conduit flowing grace. Everywhere you go, everyone you encounter receives some measure of what you carry. Divine grace specifies the exact frequency you operate in. Grace isn't weakness. It is the ability to respond to undeserved pain with undeserved kindness, to meet hatred with love, to answer darkness with light, to choose blessing over curse even when curse is justified. This is the highest frequency of spiritual power available to human souls. The frequency at which miracles operate, at which impossible situations shift, at which stone hearts become flesh, at which trajectories of lives and generations can be altered. You demonstrated this, not in a spiritual high, not in church or worship, but in the trenches of real life under real pressure, with real wounds. That is what makes it authentic. That is what makes it powerful. That is what makes you qualified to carry what is coming. Comment below if you are ready to step into this new level. Write, "I am ready," so we can create a wave of chosen ones, declaring their readiness together. Let's build a community of grace carriers right here. Everything I have shared about celestial realms, about the attention your choice received. None of this is meant to make you prideful. The whole point is you demonstrated the opposite of ego. You chose humility when you could have chosen pride, service when you could have demanded recognition, grace when you earned the right to choose judgment. That is what impressed heaven. Not your strength, but your surrender. Not your power, but your gentleness. Chosen ones receiving the greatest assignments aren't those who think they deserve them. They are those who question whether they are qualified, but say yes anyway. Those who feel inadequate but show up consistently. Your recent choice revealed you are that kind of soul. You didn't respond with grace because you felt strong. You responded with grace despite feeling weak. You didn't choose forgiveness because it was easy. You chose it because something deeper than your pain knew it was right. That is the kind of person heaven can trust with power. You have proven pain will not corrupt you. Offense will not make you bitter. Betrayal will not make you closed. Difficulty will not make you quit. You are being positioned for the very thing you have been preparing for, even unknowingly. Every hard season was training. Every painful choice was strengthening. Every moment you wanted to give up but didn't was building capacity for what is ahead. The road hasn't been easy. You know that. Heaven knows that. But the road was never meant to be easy. It was meant to be transformative. And transformation requires pressure, requires heat, requires situations pushing you beyond what you thought you could handle. You have been pushed, pressed, tested, and you didn't break. You bent, yes, questioned. Absolutely, struggled, without doubt. But you didn't break, and you didn't become something you are not. That is what heaven watched for. Not perfection, but persistence. Not flawless performance, but faithful presence. You passed a test you didn't know you were taking. If you have made it this far in this message, it is because your spirit recognizes truth when it hears it. If this revelation has blessed you, if it is confirmed what you have been feeling in your spirit, consider blessing this channel with a super thanks. It is a small way to honor what heaven has shown you today, and keep this message reaching more chosen ones who desperately need to hear it. This is your moment, not to arrive, but to step into the next level of becoming. The choice you made, the grace you demonstrated, wasn't the end. It was the beginning. The beginning of heaven's full attention on your advancement. The beginning of you walking in authority that matches who you have proven yourself to be. You were meant to find this today. This exact message, this exact moment, because somewhere in your recent journey, you made a choice that changed everything. And heaven wanted you to know that choice was seen, recorded, and rewarded. Walk forward, knowing your attitude impressed God, surprised the archangels, and permanently altered your destiny. Everything coming toward you has been filtered through recognition of who you have proven yourself to be. You are a demonstrated carrier of divine grace. That is not a title you earn through perfection. It is a reality you revealed through your response to imperfection. Own it, walk in it, and watch as heaven confirms it through everything that unfolds from this moment forward. The best is not just coming. The best is already here, unfolding with every step you take in the grace you have chosen to embody. Before you go, do 3 things. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Drop a like on this video and comment Grace Carrier below to activate this word over your life and let other chosen ones know they are not alone in this journey. Together, we rise.